The Deep Sea Mining Corporation strives to produce the highest quality products at the lowest possible prices. And that is why today we are proud to announce DSMC Wool. With a selection of 16 different colors, you can now be sure to find whatever color suits your palette. All with a guarantee that our wools are 100% sustainable and cruel-free to our sheep. And as with all DSMC products and services, you can rest easy knowing that 1 out of 9 diamonds are going to the Tink Foundation to create a better world. DSMC, and you? Hey, what's going on guys? It's your boy Tinkfro and welcome back to another video out here on the Afterlife server. We are starting this episode off right over here by our creeper farm, where we have been working on our wool farm, right? So, if you guys remember, we left off last episode with the actual construction of this bad machine. I mean, look how menacing it looks. But we did not have any sheep in here whatsoever, and I said that in between episodes I would try to get some sheep up here, and that is exactly what we did. Now, I actually thought it would be much harder to do, but it was actually quite easy. So we already had some sheep in our submarine starter base, which is just out of render distance over there. So what we did was we boated them over here. We built a little bit of a rail cart track over here, and then we just boated 2 sheep up onto this pod over here. And then from over here, we bred them, and we managed to double our population every 2 generations using some of that exponential growth. So it actually didn't take that long to fill up all the different pens. And yeah, so we have 4x4 pods, so that's 16 colors in total, which is all the different colors in Minecraft, right? So we have Roy, G, Biv, right? The rainbow colors, and then we have our whites, grays, and our blacks over here, right? So this machine is now ready to enter production. So why don't we turn it on over here like this, and now it should be on, right? So again, it will only be measuring the output from this pod over here with our lime sheep, right? So whenever that goes off, the rest of these will go off, right? We're using that mean average apparatus that we've been talking about. The same thing we did for our wool farm. And then when that goes off, this little minecart over here will pick them all up, and it will deposit them in this chest right over here, right? So we should be seeing wool start to drop over there in no time. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to see how it all goes. And of course, since we do have an iron farm, they've all been loaded up with shears. So I do wonder how long it will take to completely use up all the shears, but I guess that's something we'll learn about in the future. If it is quite often, we might have to rework the redstone so that we can put hoppers on top of them with chests or barrels with even more shears, but for now I think we are pretty good. Okay, so the farm just sheared this sheep over here, and you can see that the shears are now being used, which is fantastic, and that should mean that we should have a little bit of wool over here. Yeah, check it out. Wow, that's absolutely perfect. I mean, look how much wool we already have just from one shear cycle, right? That's brilliant. And yeah, I mean, I guess the next step now is to actually build a shop for this, right? So a couple episodes ago, we actually built a shop with more than enough space for us to expand. So I guess I'm just gonna collect some of this wool, and yeah, we can start working on our shop. So let me prepare some materials for that, and we shall do that. Okie dokie, so back our shop. I have to say, yeah, we didn't actually have to do anything too complex. Just put some wools to represent the color, and then some barrels where we're going to put the wool, and then we could call it a day. Now the question is, how much should we sell wool for? I believe last season it was being sold at 2 stacks per diamond, and I feel like that's okay, but it does seem a little bit pricey, so I think we're gonna go a little bit lower this season and make it so that you can buy 3 stacks for 1 diamond. I think that would be fair and square, so I think that's how much we're gonna sell it for. So let's put a sign. Do we have a middle? This is off-centered, isn't it? Man, okay, that's fine. We'll put it right over here. And we'll say wool. 3 stacks per 1D. And then we can put our brand name, Deep Sea Mining Corporation, just like that. And yeah, I think that follows everything we do here. Yeah, that's exactly how we did it for everything else. So yeah, we follow the same nomenclature and boom. So now people can know that they can buy wool over here. Now, there's one slight problem, of course. We have pretty much 0 stock, right? No one's gonna buy 3 pieces of cyan wool. So I'm going to AFK for a few hours, few minutes. I don't even know how long, actually. But once we have enough stock, we can come back and we can fill all these barrels up and we can let all the other Afterlife members know that they can now buy wool at our beautiful shop. And yeah, check that out. I believe our Torvian is building something too, which is looking pretty epic, if I might say so. A shop, which is interesting. I believe he's going to be selling shops for people that are too lazy to build a shop of their own. So I'm looking forward to that. It's looking really nice. I love just how organic he can build. So yeah, good on him. And well, I guess one day we're also going to have to build a better path, but that is for another day. For now, I'm going to AFK and I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so we are just out here, AFK above our creeper farm over here, and right over there is the wool farm that we have just been AFKing also. So let's just get all our stuff from in here, put our armor on and all that stuff, and let's go check out if we have any wool in those chests. Now I'm assuming we do, considering we've been AFK for a couple of hours now, so let's check it out. Alright, so yeah, I mean, it's working. None of these sheep are fully clothed. Is that the right word? Clothed? They're not fully, they've been sheared, that's what I want to say. Anyway, let's check it out. Ah, yes, perfect. Look at that. Ooh, have we overflowed? I hope we haven't. I don't see any, like, wool. Yeah, okay, so the final hopper is still fine. Can I even reach that? Boom. No, I don't think I can. Alright, that's fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna transport all this wool back to our wool farm, or our wool shop, sorry, and yeah, and I shall be back. Alrighty guys, and we are back at our shop where I have gone ahead and restocked our little wool section. So if you remember, it's 3 stacks for 1 diamond. And yeah, so this is kind of what we got. Obviously, we don't have a lot of stock yet, but for example, people could buy 2 diamonds worth of wool over here. And some we obviously have more than others because there's something a little bit interesting, which I want to show you guys a little bit later on. But first, there is a little something I'm excited to show you guys. So why don't we take a look at our little book over here, the wool program, right? So the Deep Sea Mining Corporation wants you to join the fight against climate change. For the low price of 1 diamond block, you will receive access to unlimited free wool for the rest of the season. See page 2 for details, right? So the details are very important here. Rules. Number 1. This free wool is for the sole purpose of furnace fuel, right? The DSMC holds our customers to high esteem. So obviously we're gonna trust the other Afterlife members not to go and abuse the system to just get a whole bunch of free wool. But wool is actually a better fuel than bamboo, right? So with 2 pieces of wool, you can smelt 1 item, right? Whether it be ingot or steak or anything else like that. So it's actually pretty good, and of course it is a renewable resource, so it does help the environment. Number 2, the free wool will be of any color that is available. Help fight waste by using less sought after colors, right? So that's because we do most definitely have an imbalance in which type of wools are used and which types are not. For example, no one really uses magenta wool. At least I have personally never really seen anyone use magenta wool. But people do use a lot of white wool and gray wool or black wool, right? So, for example, white, gray, and black would definitely be bought, right? So, magenta, not really. And so, we want people to use those magenta wool to power their furnaces. Number 3, leave a diamond block with your name in any of our chests and see Tink for questions or doubts. The Deep Sea Mining Corporation. And you? So yeah, I mean, I have to say it's pretty good. I know that if I didn't have a wool farm, I would definitely take this offer. I mean, unlimited of anything really for a diamond block is quite a steal in my opinion. So I do think people will definitely want to use it. So we'll place that book there and I'll get a sign for this later on. But first, I want to show you guys why it is that we don't have as much cyan wool and other types of wools as others, right? So if we firework rocket our way to the spawn portal, which currently is over here, but I'm not sure if it will really stay here. Okay, so stepping out of the portal, we are over here at the roof of the Nether. And by the way, this season we are definitely going to be on the roof of the Nether, though there are a few different discussions as to what we should exactly be doing. Some Afterlife members, for example, want us to build tunnels, but on top of the Nether for us to fly through. I'm personally opposed to that, but if it looks cool, I wouldn't mind it. And some other Afterlife members are more into the idea of having this open roof Nether with just like a big structure up here just to show that that's spawn. I personally love that idea because it means that we could just fly off in any direction and go to whatever portal we want. Right, so there's a few different plans and talks as to what exactly will happen, so I'll definitely keep you guys in the loop. But as you can see, I have gone ahead and used some of the wool that we got from our wool farm to make this little thing, which I think looks really cool. I mean, check that out. It looks like this colorful tree extending outwards. I'm really big fan of it. I think it looks super cool, and yeah, I know that the Afterlife members also like how cool it looks, so I'm very happy about that. Now, if we just land, there is one more thing I want to do for this episode, and it has to do with our base, right? Or maybe the lack of our base, right? So if we fly on over to our portal, which is over here, we can kind of discuss what exactly we have going on. So we obviously have our submarine, which is what we're currently using as our starter base, right? So in there we have all our chests and barrels and everything that we might need. But it's not really good enough, right? So our villager trading hall looks really bad, right? If we go on over here, you know, our hole where we grow our sugarcane also looks pretty danky. You know, it's not looking too hot. If we go over here, you know, the villager breeder is out in the open. It doesn't really look too good. Neither do our pumpkins and melon farms. So I want to start to make it look good, right? Before we really even start with our mega base, I want to make sure that, you know, this little areas look good and we leave behind something that looks better than how we found it. So to do that, I think for this episode, we are going to focus on the trading hall, right? This one over here. And I have a few different ideas in mind, so I'm gonna go ahead, gather the resources we'll need for that, and we can jump into a time lapse. And yeah, I mean, I just really hope you guys like the design because I certainly do, and I hope you guys do. Have it, guys. We now have our first real build on the server, right? Unless you guys count the submarine as a build, which I guess it technically does. But this is our first real building, right? So I'm super excited about it. So, of course, we have the DSMC logo, the little leaf over there, and then numero uno for the first thing that we actually made, right? And yeah, I mean, I just really love this like brutalistic, almost cyberpunky kind of feel to it. I'm a big fan of it, and I think it looks absolutely epic. Now, the inside hasn't changed too much. It just changed a little bit, right? We just got rid of all the dirt and replaced it with some of the new block, the deep slate, and some normal stone too, right? So all in all, it looks pretty good. As always, we keep on trading for the villagers to get more and more of those diamondas. But yeah, I have to say, really epic, very happy with the design. We got that little satellite dish over there, antenna over there. And on top of that, we also built a little building, or I guess a little housing area for the sugarcane farm, right? So this is what it looks like over here. We just make our way to it. We got this. Boop. So yeah, over here we just have this beautiful like yellow structure. Over there we used some white, and yeah, I have to say, I love these like little pipes, antennas. You know, we got the satellite dish up there, similar to what we had in the other building. And yeah, all in all, very, very happy with how it is all looking, right? So Outpost 2, DSMC. And yeah, there's our sugarcane farm over there. So yeah, also, I just have to say, with all the vines, it kind of gives me like Jurassic Park or Jurassic World kind of vibes. I don't know, a little bit of a Lost World sense, I suppose, since we're in the jungle, right? Next episode, right, I would like to build another housing unit for our villager breeder, right? I think that would be pretty epic, you know, nothing too complex, following a similar, you know, simple yet cyberpunky kind of look to it. I have a few ideas in mind, which I think would look pretty cool. And then maybe we can even start working on the pumpkin farms, right? So we have 4 pumpkin farms, but they all look, well, I mean, I'll just say it, they all look like holes in the ground, right? We gotta make sure they look good, that this area looks nice and fancy. So yeah, I'll come up with a few ideas for next episode, but unfortunately, guys, I think that's actually where we're gonna call it an episode for today. So if you guys enjoyed, make sure to give the video a like and subscribe to see more videos just like this one. A reminder that we do have a Discord server, right? So if you guys want to chat with me or any of the other Afterlife members, then that is the place to be. So definitely check that out if it interests you. We also have an application video, right? So if you guys want to play on the server, which is, by the way, only for YouTubers, then make sure to join that Discord server and you can find more information about that over there. But until next time, guys, thank you all very much for watching and keep on building.